Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is William coming at y'all this morning on June the 6th, 2023. It's a gentleman, I'm assuming it's a gentleman that made a comment on me calling Gullich racist in the Sheriff Department, Richmond County. And this, his screen name, it looked like his YouTube name is Mayo Monkey. And he made a comment and said, "How is this racist? The business is a public place." Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. Mr. Monkey, Yo Monkey, that's your screen name on YouTube. Let me explain something to you. Nuwall Auto Sale is a business, a public business. That is correct. It's a public business for those who come looking for a vehicle or want to buy a new vehicle or used vehicle. That's what this business is established and it's about. It's not a business for personal vendettas like the sheriff department has put forth. Number one, let me tell you this. Um, I don't stay in Richmond County. Period. I hadn't stayed in Richmond County. I hadn't been a resident of Richmond County since about August of 2022. No, probably before that. But anyway, and I haven't been a resident of Richmond County since then. And now I'm not even a resident of the state of North Carolina. So therefore, if I did something criminally for the sheriff department to come to Nuwall Auto Sale to arrest me or do something like that, then they would be in the right. But civilly, the judge, first thing, let me tell you what the law is. First thing, the judge had to have jurisdiction over you in a civil matter in order to proceed anything against you, and you have to be a resident of that county. I don't know if you know this or not, but let me help you know this. I'm not a resident of Richmond County. I'm not even a resident of the state of North Carolina. So you got to understand something. So for Gullich, with his racist sheriff of Richmond County sent his deputy to Nuwall Auto Sale to serve person a civil proceeding against me and not being the resident of Richmond County. That meant the Richmond County civil court has no jurisdiction over me whatsoever, so therefore they had no rights at all coming to Nuwall Auto Sale trying to serve me anything that's got anything to do with civil because I'm not a resident. Now, here's what you need to know. Now, if they have something civil they want to serve against me, then they have to go through the proper channels. Like, they know where I'm at. I can guarantee you one thing, they know where I'm at. And that's called sheriff department in that state and county where I'm located, where if they want to serve me something, that's the proper way of doing so. Deal with other sheriff officials in other states or counties to proceed as follows. But don't no judge in the civil matter here in the Richmond County, North Carolina, has any jurisdiction over me because I'm not a resident, nor am I a resident of the state of North Carolina. And I want you to understand that. So when you saw that sheriff pull up on Nuwall Auto Sale light with a, see, here's the thing. When he pulled up the first time, I told him to leave Nuwall Auto Sale, and he left just like I asked him to. But he parked side the road on 381 right in front of the business. Okay, about 10, 15 minutes passed, and he came in the onto Nuwall Auto Sale lot again with his lights flashing. And then throw some papers saying you've been served. And I recorded him in doing so. As a matter of fact, the cameras that's all around the water cell got him from all different angles. I ain't posted all the angles of it yet. I'm just posting what I wanted to post. So when I post what I want to post, and I reserve the ones that I want to reserve. So now you tell me what's right about that. He left just like he was asked to leave, but then came back with a blue light flashing and threw some papers and said, you've been served. Well, I ain't been served. What I've been served? First of all, Nuwall Auto Sale is a business, a public business for the customers that come in there looking for a vehicle to buy. And that sheriff that came to Nuwall Auto Sale embarrassed not only me, he embarrassed the Nuwall Auto Sale company by addressing a customer on Nuwall Auto Sale lot by saying, I'm going to go downtown and get a warrant and come back and lock his butt up. That came directly from the customer that was interested in buying a car. So over 3 customers on the lot that day, including a young lady that works for Nuwall Auto Sale, was inside the office at the time, including two white males that was working on the office on the outside. So all these people got to experience the imperfection of the Richmond County Sheriff Department deputy. Now, you made a comment, and I'm gonna do the best I can to correct what you said. Have you ever been in the civil action in any county? Then if you've been a citizen, you listen at what that paper said, that the courts has jurisdiction over you. When a court has jurisdiction, that means you're the party of that county, and you're a party of that county. You resides in that county where you stay. But when you don't reside in that county, been going out of that county for over a year, and they know that, because let me tell you how they know that I'm not a resident of Richmond County. When I first left here in 2022, Richmond County Sheriff Department, I was staying in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. They signed papers up there, had sheriff coming up to Winston-Salem to my house in Winston-Salem. So they know ever since at least last year, 2022, they know that I ain't been a resident of Richmond County. So you can't serve me anything in 2023 from the time I left back and to have jurisdiction, because you have no jurisdiction over me, because I ain't did nothing criminally or anything. So civilly, you ain't got no jurisdiction over me whatsoever. You understand that? And then now that I'm not even a resident of the state of North Carolina, that makes it even more that you don't got no whatsoever. So you had no business coming to Nuwall Auto Sale for anything unless I did something to break the law. Do you understand that? Criminal and civil is 2 different kind of cases. So when I did ask the officer to leave, he left, just like he's supposed to leave. He didn't supposed to come back flashing lights or anything unless it was some kind of law broken. You understand? And I have told those officers and the sheriff department on my YouTube to not ever come to Nuwall Auto Sale again. As a member of Nuwall Auto Sale, I have that authority to say that you can come or not come. I reserve the right to say you is not welcome at Nuwall Auto Sale. Just like any stores can tell you going in, they reserve the right to not give you service. And they are business. So my business is not, the business of Nuwall Auto Sale has the same rights. When you I'm affiliated with Nuwall Auto Sale, so I had the same rights to tell, I don't care if you're a sheriff, I don't care who you are. If your business is not about Nuwall Auto Sale, you ain't got no business there when I tell you to leave, period. And I told him to leave, and he did leave, but came back with his lights flashing. So, Mr. Monkey, understand what the law is. See, it's a prejudice, and it ain't just a prejudice and racist Gullich and some of his deputies. It's a racist judge. It goes up the ladder. It's racist district attorney, Reese Saunders. You know, he racist. He done racist right to my face and called me a nigger. You know, when he was an attorney for me and was against me. So I'm affiliated and have some, and they're like that racist bastard Joseph David III. He's another racist bastard. And he used to be my attorney in conflict with me. So you know what I'm saying? So if you're going to talk something, learn what the law states first, then maybe you can understand, maybe you can say some things that might be right. But right now, you're not right. Well, you ask, why is it racist? That's racist. Because if I done told that sheriff department, not only once, every time they showed up at Nuwall Auto Sale, don't ever come to Nuwall Auto Sale again. I done told them numerous times. Then that means they know and they're knowledge of it, and they got acknowledgement that I'm not a resident of Richmond County or the state of North Carolina. So ain't no judge, no civil judge here in Richmond County has no authority, no jurisdiction over me whatsoever. So he threw the paper, that's where they left him at, wherever he threw them at, the rain, the wind, the birds. The birds might be Richmond County resident. They might have read the paper, whatever, but not me. You can't come bring me anything, period. So understand that, sir, and thank you for your comment, but I want to reply to your comment publicly to let my YouTube followers know that, you know, and that's exactly why I'm looking for a lawsuit, a civil lawsuit A federal lawsuit, state lawsuit against the Richmond County Sheriff Department and their wrongdoing has caused Nuwall Auto Sale to plummet downhill in sales because of their continued harassment showing up at Nuwall Auto Sales. And now, Nuwall Auto Sale had to shut down one business because their continuance of presence at Nuwall Auto Sale without cause. And now they've been doing the same thing to each car lot, for a lengthy amount of time that I'm not going to disclose because I got the record of them doing it every time they done it. And reason being, and a more reason being why Nuwall Auto Sale, as far as what I'm getting seeing, is that the closing of the one is no cameras or nothing involved. So when the Richmond County Sheriff Department shows up to that car, there's no cameras or anything. But see here, Nuwall Auto Sale first office on 381 Hamlet, North Carolina, got cameras everywhere. So they get caught up from the road all the way. Before they even come off that road, the cameras got them all the way in and out, and how long they stay and all. So believe me, I got anything and all the evidence to say how prejudiced how racist Mark Gulledge is of the Richmond County Sheriff Department, and look, and finna get sued as soon as I find the right lawyer that caused the harm to Nuwall Auto Sale. I'ma sue again. Sue again. And Mark Gulledge of the Sheriff of Richmond County know what I mean when I say that again. Gonna have another lawsuit. I already got one from the walls. Gonna have another one. Just as soon as I find the right civil lawyer that don't mind coming in here like Richmond County and sue that sheriff department again for their wrongdoing and causing the sales of Nuwall Auto Sale to plummet downhill continually. And there's no specified number or amount on how the sheriff department has caused Nuwall Auto Sale in funds and dividends, and even to stay afloat, to even keep the doors open for the customers to be able to come there to reserve. So now Nuwall Auto Sale don't even want to open up, period. Because every time Nuwall Auto Sale gates open, sheriff department pulling up there on the lot with some kind of stuff and forcing the action towards me personally, not against Nuwall Auto Sale, against me personally. So with that, y'all, I just wanted to respond to this young fella, this man that made a comment, and that's my comment to them. Yeah, Mark Gulledge, Sheriff Richmond County, is a racist joker, and he got no being sheriff. He ain't never had no being sheriff here. And when it come time, he gonna be voting his butt out of there, and whoever run against him gonna win the next election of sheriff. I'll put it that way. Thank y'all for listening. I'll be back to y'all with any updates and any comments further. Thank you.